All right, everybody, I thought I would just shoot a short video and show you what we're up to today. So I made a deal to collect this thing. I was trying to remember how long. I'm afraid it's been pushing 3 years ago now. And was supposed to move it down to my shop in Hartford. Never got around to it, thank goodness, because now we've moved shops and I'd hate to move this thing twice. But anyway, so this is a Lucas Model 41 horizontal boring mill, and today we're supposed to be getting a trailer out here, and I have been clearing. There was a bunch of stuff in the road. This is at a big fabricating shop that my father and I have both done work for years, and this is the pit. Their great big plate roll is going to go in next. Take you for a walk over. By the way, just in case you, anybody knows someone that needs a angle plate set on their Bridgeport, that one ought to do the trick. It's about 12 foot tall. So anyway, this plate roll is going in that pit. I forget the capacity on this thing, but it's just a monster. Like, here's the feed rollers laying on the ground over here. I wish I could stand next to them just to give you some visualization of how big they are. But these suckers are like 2 foot in diameter. I think they told me this thing will handle like 3-inch plate, 12 feet wide or something like that. So anyway, it's high time for me to get my stuff out of here. So there's some history behind this machine. My father is the one that they hired to set up their machine shop. I believe it would have been about 1985. I can just barely remember it. I was born in 82, and I was a little kid, but I remember my dad working here. Anyways, so worked here a year, set the machine shop up, hired the crew, and then hired his own replacements. My dad's got an attention span that's about as short as mine is, and he couldn't handle getting stuck in one place any better than I can. So anyways, this machine is the first horizontal boring mill that they bought for that shop when they set it up. They immediately outgrew it. There's a big Lucas over there now, and I forget what the other one is. I think a Cincinnati. But anyways, the story on this is that when they bought it, it had just been back and completely gone through by Lucas. Now you can just give you some example. You look at the ways in this, you can see the flaking all very visible. It's because it had been a total rebuild by Lucas. They used it at best about 10 years, but mostly a couple. And then they tell me the high-speed clutch, which I think that's for the rapid traverse on the bed, but I'm not even sure yet, started slipping, and that was like 20, 30 years ago, and it hasn't been in use since. So we're going to get her back to my shop, get her landed on the shop floor, and hopefully get this baby back under power and working after some good cleanup. One thing that's a bummer is it does have the outboard support. It's down in another storage building, but somewhere along the line, they took the top half. These Model 41s have got a 2-piece outboard support. There's a big casting base that sits on the bedways, and then the actual outboard support sits on top of that. Well, the outboard support was taken off years and years ago just because they had a long job that interfered with it. Well, then at some point later, they had a bigger job yet where they needed all the bed travel, so they took that base off. As far as I can tell, they had some goober in here that was cleaning up at one point, and we believe he scrapped that. So if any of you happens to know anybody that's junking out a Model 41 that has that casting for the bottom of the outboard support, I can't tell you how bad I would love to find one of them. But anyways, I'll shoot some more video. I don't know that I'm going to be able to shoot any loading this because I'm the guy doing it, but we'll try and document this thing's progress towards coming back to life as it happens. So catch you next time.